This time for Food Wars, we're asking the people that serve us the food, do you profile ever? 713-390-KRBE. You know, some customers, you see them come in before they've even spoken a word, you've already sized them up.
I mean, even certain restaurants you go to, certain people, you're like, I'm like, okay. Like when I go to my hometown, there's this little mom and pop place.
You guys would have died at my hometown.
I think about when you go to your hometown.
The outfits, you would have died.
You profile certain people, you're like, oh yeah, that outfit, they're like 10 years behind in fashion.
Did they just give up?
Yeah.
Are they wearing Crocs?
Oh, man.
You know what they're going to order?
There was
lazy.
a lot of Crocs in Pennsylvania, and I was there for it.
Let's talk to Shauna online, too, because she's been serving people for like over 20 years.
Whoa.
Hey, Shauna, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE. So what's your take on this?
Hi, Shauna.
Do you profile, Shauna?
Okay, I hate to say it, but I do profile, and I can see you come through the door with your outfit, your haircut, the way you present yourself. I already know if you're going to be a Karen, or I call him Steve, pretty much. And I'm like, okay, is this going to be a Karen or is this going to be a Steve? And then there's so many different versions of those. You have your white Karen and Steve. You have your black Karen and Steve. You have your Hispanic Karen and Steve. We have so many of them that you know how they're going to be, what the way they act and the way they talk.
Could you give an example? Like, let's pick a white Steve. When you see the white Steve guy, how do you know?
What kind of behavior is he going to exhibit?
Or is it clothes that you're saying? What is it?
Okay, it can be many things because I can see you coming in physically or I can see you in drive-thru. So let's say Steve comes in, I see him in drive-thru. Steve has a nice BMW. He has his drop top, right? He has his sunglasses on. He's talking. He gets to the headset. He gets to the head thing.
Got some riz.
You look at him, and I'm like, Steve, this is going to be a Steve. Steve is very short with you, cuts you off, repeats everything like you didn't hear him the first time. And again, you see the car, you see the haircut, you see the convertible, you see he's on the phone constantly talking. You know he's going to be a butthole.
So you would say he's going to be a butthole.
Come on, bro. You missed a good line there.
Yes.
Always stepping on it.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's okay.
And then I have let's say, here's another example. I have an Asian Karen who will come in and will be very, very short with you. She's dressed a certain way. She has a certain hairstyle. She has a certain purse and a certain scent. The same, again, everybody has a profile, and we all know it. And it's a shame because everybody's fitting that same little stereotype.
Do you think that the richer customers are more more difficult than somebody that's not that wealthy?
No, it's on both ends. It's on both ends. You have your rich Karens, you have your poor Karens, and the same with Steve's. And the whole profile. Okay, let's give a black Karen. Sometimes I could see a black Karen who is actually have maybe come in and she has a certain type of clothing on, a certain hairstyle, and a certain certain type of a persona, like an aura. Everyone has an aura around them. And if servers are able to read people, just like they're psychics. Like we got a Ouija board, and we're like, oop, there she go. Oop, there she go.
Sean, a question for you. Okay, so you're profiling single, individual people. What about families? Like if you see somebody pull up with 3 kids, what are your thoughts on that? Can you?
Yeah. What a mess. Like a minivan. They pull
do you
up.
expect that to be a hot mess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it the minivan that does it for you, or is a SUV okay?
No, you see a family of it's a Sunday, and you see a family of 5 pull up in the minivan, and you're like, oh gosh, this is going to be, I'm not going to say where I work, but this is going to be a big order. And out of that big order, they're going to customize stuff that they don't know anything about, and we're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then they're going to change their mind at the window. and get mad.
Are you?
You already know.
Are you?
Mistakes.
Do you already see the writing on the walls of the mess that those kids are going to make, and you're going to have to run that vacuum underneath of those seats?
Pretty much, yeah. When you see that bus of kids,
Yeah.
and you see like 2 chaperones,
Oh, yeah.
you already know it's going to be a mess. You're like, oh, we're going to be cleaning for the next hour.
Who's the best? Like, we've heard the negative. How about the non-Karen? Like, what would you say?
Thank goodness.
Like,
The
you
best
see this person,
customer.
you're like, this person has their crap together. Or is there one?
It really varies. Again, everyone has an aura about them. But really with the Karens and Steves, you as a server or a person that's been in the industry for so long, you have dealt with so many people, like
Negative stuff.
over 90. Negative and positive.
But I bet
Negative and positive.
there's more negative.
So
though.
it's easier to spot the negative customer as opposed to the
I
positive
just don't understand
customer.
how when you go to a restaurant, you feel like you become like better than that person.
Yeah. I mean, you've
You know
got
what I mean?
somebody
Treat them with respect.
serving you
Right.
food.
They're nice
Be
enough to do it. They're
kind.
doing for a job.
Yeah, be respectful.
I mean, that brings up Cruz. It sounds like he was treating someone very respectful. Hi, Cruz. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Hey, Cruz.
Hey,
Good.
Cruz, share with us your story.
Yeah, I try to treat everybody with equally, and when you work for an establishment like Papacito, you try to bring the showmanship to the table.
Yeah.
Because and so when I have Wednesday they have margarita, they have specials on fajitas, and they got the mariachi in there. And this family came in, and the dad looked like I'm Hispanic myself, so he looked like an average Mexican yard worker. He had yard clippings all over him. He was dressed up in torn up jeans, just the work boots, the standard. My people, I guess you would
The
say. uniform. Yeah, the uniform, exactly. The mariachi bands on Sunday mornings, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So they come in, I just kill them with kindness. I hit them with like I hit everybody else, with the perfect service. I bring the mariachi, just bring it, you know what I mean? And he was so shocked that his family got treated that well. And he was like, people just look at us and they just treat us a certain way. Well, it turns out this guy is a multi-millionaire, and he was short in the field, and so he had to go out there and help his crew. And so he gave me $1,000 tip.
Wow.
all right there.
$1,000?
$1,000. I still have the receipt, and I still got the picture of it. I could text it to y'all. But he gave me $1,000, and he came in the next day, and he gave me an extra $500 cash. And he said he was just really nice, and he was like, I just want to thank you, because every time I take my family somewhere, they look at us, they treat us differently because we can't speak English, and because how we look, and I just want to thank you.
Oh, wow.
That is awesome.
You never know.
Chris, when you said how they
really
look,
never know.
did I miss how they were dressed? Is that why they get profiled? What is it about how they look?
'cause you were
Just because they
just
don't
coming in-
speak English.
You had to step out.
How
He
you look
came in.
dressed. I mean, yeah,
He
exactly.
came in
how you
wearing-
dress, how you look, how you hold yourself, how you speak. I mean, unfortunately, there is that stigma still out there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He came in, Rolla, you missed it. He came in
I missed that
wearing work clothes. He had grass clippings on him. Turns out
Oh, okay.
He owns the company. And
he owns the company.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
multimillionaire.
See?
Yeah, he owned the company.
You always got to be careful. You always hear those stories. I remember, like, in my hometown, there's this farmer. He just, in his bibs, just going there, and nobody would help him. And then he said, he left, went over and went to the Chevy place, and they treated him. Said, "Oh, sir, can we help you?" He goes, "Yeah, I want 2 Corvettes." He bought 2 Corvettes right there for his son.
Wow.
His son and himself. They wanted matching
Didn't we all
Corvettes.
learn that from Pretty Woman, Eric?
Seriously.
Yes. Big
Huge
mistake.
mistake.
Big, huge
Yeah,
mistake.
but the problem is,
Listen,
like,
right?
the first caller, though, you can profile because you're 20 years in the business and you see the same crap.
Yeah.
After a while, you got to be like, well, this is how it
I
is.
hope you still give the same service, though, and the same level of respect to each
I
person.
think you show everybody
until
with-
they show you maybe their
Until
true
they've
colors.
they've
they've
broken
been
you
mean
down,
to you.
Sam,
Yeah.
and you're jaded, and you're like the last server in the last
Hey,
section, in
Stacy
the
real
last
quick. We
part
have
of the
time for, like,
night.
really quick.
That's where I'm going with it. Stacy, good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Morning.
Tell us about how you profile somebody in the food world.
Well, can I go in the hairdresser world too?
Okay,
Sure,
okay.
whatever. Hair wars.
Yes. I
Hair
have
wars.
been a server, and I have been a bartender, and and you would be really surprised. I've seen so many girls come into a Hooters establishment, okay, and they're not dressed all that great, not at all, okay, and They will come in, sit by themselves, be totally ignored. And it's like, I said, I've been there, done that, look, this is what I want to eat, whatever. They never come back. And they always put, I've been a waitress before. I know how it is. You got to make your money, but here's a $20 on like a $10 meal.
That's nice.
Damn, that'd be nice.
So you're proving the opposite of what we were looking for here.
Don't judge a book.
Yes,
No, but I'm going to tell you too that I am, a hairdresser, and I can tell you there'll be a family of 5 that'll come in right before closing time, and they got 5 kids, and they're picky as all get out, and they might leave you $1 per kid, if not. They'll leave you $1.
That kid's going to get a misshaped haircut. I'm going to
I'd get out 5 bowls and start shopping.
Get that
Floby out.
Yeah, that's
Fire up that Floby.
That blows.
And see if they like that. Well, thanks for calling, Stacey. From the hair world and the food world together. 713-278-278-VENT if you couldn't get through on the phone. 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone. If you can't get on your phone, I don't know if y'all had a chance to hit this because I had to step away for a minute, but I'm going to hit it again. When we come back, there's a lot of stuff going on that you don't even know. You don't even know how good it is at KRBE. Do you even know how good it is at KRBE? We're going to give you that as we go around the table.
Sam has been bothering me all day about this. I'm going to let her do this.
What are you talking about?
I'm like, Sam...
Oh, dear. Oh, God.
5 times she's asked me now since 6:30 this morning.
Not Zodiac, please.
Yes.
Oh, God. No.
What is it?
She wants to do the best beer for your Zodiac sign.
Oh, dear God.
Come on.
All right,
Hey,
Sam.
you guys might side-eye this, but I promise you somebody just perked up and said, oh,
Yes.
I want to know.
And if you missed it, this is about to be Sam's Spotlight as well. 11:04. We're doing it all day.
Horoscopes.
You're going to find out next. Horoscopes, yes, on the Roula and Ryan Show.
We
Well,
also
before we
have
get
to
into
promote.
that, before we get into that, I want to talk about something that we have behind the scenes that should be on the forefront of the scenes because today is the day, right? Is it every Thursday this happens?
End of the month, they do a recap and stuff of the things that have happened. And there's so many great things. Irvin that works hard on the show behind the scenes. If you follow KRBE,
Irvin does our
everywhere.
digital.
He does all the digital stuff, all the social media stuff, videos. You can see from Try It Tuesdays to Mystery Box. And I just saw the recap. They just put the recap up just like 20 minutes ago really, on Instagram. It's everywhere. It's on Instagram. It's on our Facebook page.
So if you want to follow some different formats, on Instagram, it's at KRBE.
Yep.
On Facebook, it's at 1041 KRBE. On TikTok, it's at 104 KRBE. And then on YouTube, it's at 104 KRBE FM.
I really recommend that one because, Ahmad, what you said you've been getting questions about?
Yeah, so I've noticed on Instagram when we post the clips from the show, people are like, okay, how can I watch the full thing? Irvin always posts it on YouTube. If you see the clip on Instagram, just go on our page, click on the link in our bio. It'll take you straight to the video.
And you can see the whole
thing.
So,
the whole thing.
Like you might see like a minute there, but if you want to see the 7-minute bit or 12-minute segment or
and
whatever
once again,
it is.
YouTube is at 104 KRBE FM.
And I watched the recap. There's a lot of screaming in it.
Yeah.
From Mystery Box.
Uh-oh, my bad.
Mystery Box usually makes that happen. That's
Feet,
for sure.
screaming, B-words,
Eating
all
feet.
that.
Oh, yeah, that's when we were fighting about calling each other the B words.
Oh, I remember
that's
that
right.
one.
Little-
A lot happened in
The
August,
witch.
so it's a lot of fun.
So let me throw you this. Let's take it back. Picture it. Radio, 1980s. One of the biggest things, like Roula and Ryan's Roses, was, hey, here's your horoscope today.
Oh, yeah.
Is that John Lander or Landecker?
Any radio show
Lander.
anywhere in America in the 80s, they would dedicate a lot of time to the daily horoscope of the newspaper. And people would wait to hear what it is. I remember as a child listening to the radio driving to school, and there was a funny sound effect song that they would play when they would read the horoscopes. And I do think it was John Lander, Eric. I think it was him. When I was a kid.
I think we got a
And the
show.
sound
Oh, yeah,
effect
we got
song-
a show. We definitely got a show. Oh, yeah, there's a show.
The song was like
That's him.
like these little chicks, like bing, bing, like these little chicks were just making these little funny, like little like truck noises or something. It was the most random thing. And now I know as an adult, probably they were playing something random like that to catch your attention. And they'd say, okay, well, here's our horoscopes for today. That's how huge horoscopes were in the 80s. Now there are so many avenues to get whatever gets your
Just
goat.
open up your phone and look on your app.
But so many people believe these things still to this day.
Well, they just are curious to
It's 'cause
know,
it's
hey,
fun.
what does this have anything to do with my actual personality, or is it all a bunch of
But-
phooey?
And we say we poo it, Kev, but Sam's got a good one today, and we're going to be like, oh, I want to know about mine.
Yeah, because if I don't say your month, then you get really sad.
So what is it?
and
What
you're
do we have?
We don't
What
have
is it?
30 minutes.
It's
But
the
she'll
best
say-
beer for your
It won't take me
zodiac
that
sign.
long. It won't take me
The
that
best
long.
beer for your zodiac sign.
Because it's
Kevin will come back when you get to
Beer
Cancer.
All right, quick,
Lovers
and go.
Day. Aries, Modella, Taurus, Miller High Life.
Okay, Aquarius?
we're doing it. Okay. Oh, you want me to start with Aquarius?
Yeah, start with, because
Okay,
that's your horoscope.
Aquarius, which is producer Eric and Sam's. It's Stella Artois.
Oh, I like Stella.
You do?
Okay.
You'd be able to
Which
say it
I
right.
With a
would
pizza?
not.
Drink it.
No.
That's a strange
It's got
flavor.
like a bitter, like a,
It's
it's kind of like a Peroni. It's got that little,
Absolutely.
And you would pair it with
Similar.
the pizza?
yeah, it's Italian.
Okay.
I think
Stella's, but
Stella's
I don't.
Stella's similar to Miller Lite.
No.
I feel like it is.
Not at all. I would definitely not put Miller Lite in Stella.
Because Stella's got that flavor. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a
Peroni,
very
which is
light beer, but I wouldn't say that's my go-to. I was hoping that I'd be Guinness, but I am not a
Modelo would've been good.
Scorpio.
A Scorpio.
Scorpios are Guinness.
What month is that?
That's September. Oh, no, sorry. That's November.
November.
September is Virgo.
polarizing beer.
Yeah, they say Scorpios are mysterious, and Guinness has been very tight-lipped when it comes to their drinks.
It's like you can have one, but you don't want to drink a bunch of those in one night.
Yeah, but they're
So
perfect.
filling.
It's a very yummy drink. Okay, so Aries is Modelo.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, what about Leo? Because I love Modelo.
You're a Leo.
Wait, do you know? But you gotta say why though, Sam. These
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the Aries in
it
the
says,
room.
oh, you are? Okay, it's
Yeah.
because you're not afraid of a fight, and Modelo partners with the UFC. And so with the Fighting Chance Project, so it's kind of like fighting,
It's fight
Modelo.
beer.
Yeah, it's a fight
She
beer.
knows I'm a fight.
Yeah.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
If you're
Read the Taurus one, Sam. Read the Taurus one.
You love a Miller High Life because you, in quotes, love a good time and have a fine bargain.
It's a champagne of beers.
Yeah.
It is. So
Is
that
it?
it makes
Is that the
sense,
one?
right?
It's a champagne to beer.
Miller, I'll Google
like
it.
them
Miller High Life.
bargains.
I thought Miller High Life was the
Yeah, I think
champagne of beer.
This is Milwaukee's best, and we call it the Beast.
I don't think
Milwaukee's best.
I don't think
Probably the
Milwaukee's
worst.
best
Yeah.
made
No.
that on here.
I don't
How
think
What about
depressing.
Leo? What about Leo?
Okay, Leo is Corona because it's Spanish for crown, and Leo is the sign of royalty.
Oh, okay.
like
I
Roula?
like that. I like any type of Mexican beer, so I'm
that
down
one
for
So
it.
that one works for
That
you.
one, I feel
Notice, guys,
it's a
they haven't
line.
done any real
Yeah,
research
definitely
here.
for that
They're
one.
just going
They're
by
just-
like random
yeah,
stuff like
because
that.
I didn't. Sorry, the Aquarius one because of the tarot cards for Aquarius is the star. Stella means star in Latin. That's why they
Wait,
paired
this
that
is based
together.
off tarot
They
cards?
didn't
That one was.
survey 2,000
No,
Aquarians
no.
and 2,000
This is just how they
Leos.
could tie them
They're
together.
just tying them together.
Random
I
ways
like
of tying
this.
it together.
Gemini is Budweiser because some nonsense about Geminis being good liars and Budweiser being good at marketing. Oh, goodness.
They're taking a shot at
Because
they're
they
taking
are
a
good at
shot
marketing. The
Budweiser?
horses, the frogs, the lizards. You know all those Budweiser Super Bowl commercials.
I had a Budweiser last night in honor of my
How was
dad.
it?
'Cause
Was it good?
He drank Budweisers when I was a kid.
Outright Budweiser.
Yep.
The red can.
Straight up Bud.
Back in his day,
Not a Bud
you know,
Light,
like-
feel
Bud
drinking
Heavy.
I think he had like two choices. Like
You didn't have a lot.
Schlitz, Peps, and
Blue
Bud.
Schaefer and
Yeah, Schaefer.
What
or
was
something like
how'd that feel, taking that down? Usually you're doing bourbon. You did a Bud.
that. Yeah. I mean, I still had a bourbon later, but
Yeah, I feel like you need that to wash it
a
down.
one bourbon, a one.
A Libra is the PBR. Libras love fairness and equality.
That was my
And
granddad.
PBR is loved by everyone, from
Pabst Blue
factory
Ribbons.
workers to hipsters.
PBR
That is
tastes
not
like
loved by
Gross.
all.
Like,
it is
Gross.
horrible.
My uncle was drinking one of those up in Pennsylvania, and I was like,
I
"What
feel
is
like
wrong with
it's
you?
a
Are
northern
you okay?"
thing.
if a skunk peed in a cup and I drank it. I
That's a
think you're-
PBR.
I've never
I
had
think so.
one.
You
right.
are not missing
Yeah,
out.
it
It's-
sounds like it.
It is
It's
awful.
not very good. Kev, you're a Cancer, which
Yeah.
is
Tell us about.
Yeah,
Blue
no kidding.
Moon, because Cancers are ruled by the moon, and because Cancers are nostalgic, baseball is nostalgic, and Blue
That
Moon
was his
was
drink.
the brainchild of a place called Sandlot Brewery at Coors Field in Denver.
20 years ago or 18 years ago was the first time I ever
There you go,
really
you're
saw
a
Blue
Blue
Moon.
Moon.
And it was you when we go to Hooters. With like,
That's right. I'd have a picture.
like a big old orange.
And now the citrus bothers you or something, right? That's why you just switch.
He gets zits in his mouth or something. Right?
He doesn't get
inside his mouth
from the citrus or something.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? Hold on. Can you imagine if our imaging person goes, "Now here's more about Kevin," and it's Eric's voice saying he gets zits in his mouth or something. And he drinks citrus.
I hope so.
Kevin's not grabbing that audio.
I'm just kidding.
Because for Eric's, it's not even Eric's voice. It's Special K pretending to be Eric.
They had one of Eric. Here's Eric, and it was Kevin doing Eric's voice.
If there's no bathroom, I'm out.
Okay,
It's true. It's
other
true.
signs.
I did love that, but I can't drink anymore.
But not because of mouth
zits.
zits.
Yeah, thank you
Almost.
He takes a shot of Clearasil afterwards.
It makes my face break out underneath my eyes, and my neck get all red from the
a little
citrus in
blotchy.
it. Yeah.
You'll be okay. Maybe you
Go
should
with
become
Sagittarius, Sam.
You want a Sagittarius? Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Sapporo?
Big word.
Thank you. Sapporo.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you. No, because I knew.
Pronunciation.
Shut up. Because you're adventurous, and so was the guy who created it. He left Japan in the 1860s at the age of 17, which was forbidden back then, and studied brewing in Germany.
They have a Costco. Costco. I still have cases of that now.
Really?
Yeah.
I love using it for sake bombs. It's perfect for sake bombs. I love it. Yes.
That's a good mix to it.
I say
tell me who the
sake.
20-year-old in the room is.
Rula, you were around a little bit ago during the song. Ahmad was talking about his pregame. What do you do? On a Saturday, you get a 12-pack in the morning?
Okay, so Saturday I start off the day with a 6-pack. Usually Art Car or Modelo. And then when I'm getting ready for the clubs, I chug 2 Buzz Balls, usually the sour apple. And then when I hit the club, I immediately do tequila shots.
And
Tequila shots do work.
up?
Say that again.
Can you throw up?
No, I'm
I'm
a young, experienced drinker.
6-pack of Modelo, 2 Buzzy Balls, and then tequila shots.
What time in the morning do you go? So you go to the
HEB about 10 a.m. and then you could get the Buzz Balls from the corner.
How come you don't buy it before?
Yeah, stock up, put them in your fridge.
Like get a case.
Yeah, like get it Friday
Grocery
night or
day.
something.
On grocery day, you get all your groceries.
I got the feeling because if they're there, you're gonna be tempted to drink them before it's Saturday.
That's a little too
the tempting.
Yeah. I'm gonna come into the show like, hey, y'all.
Good thing he doesn't live it with me of my bar.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Eric is
I'd be like, come on, Eric, let's do a shot before the show.
But see, that's why you don't get everything all at once. If you did, think about it. If you had the access to the alcohol you have now at this age, at 21, Eric, you'd be dead.
Okay,
Probably.
so Ahmad and I stayed in the same hotel room a couple weeks ago, and we
What are you about to say?
We woke up, and I heard this cling, cling, cling. I was like, what is that noise? It sounds like booze. He took down the rest of the tequila bottle before breakfast.
Okay, guys. Enough of this.
Tequila for breakfast. Session.
Wow.
But don't get me wrong, he made it to the whole sessions and did everything more than even I
like
did.
a tequila factory.
No, he wouldn't brush his teeth right after. I was like, oh, that
And he's sweating it at his pores at that point.
I wear deodorant and nice smell goods and all that.
It was fine.
Before we have people's heads explode and we end this break, people are going to say you forgot 3 of them.
Oh, yeah.
It's Virgo Michelob Ultra, it's Capricorn Yingling, and it's Pisces Heineken. There you go. Now you can go about your day.
Yingling.
The beer for your sign.
Costco has that too.
Coming up next
Yingling.
in Celebrity Scoop, your chance to get next to Sam Smith, my friends. He's going to be in Houston, and we've got your tickets coming up next on 104.1 KRBE.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Please welcome Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. Sam Smith is going to be here on Friday. That's tomorrow. Friday, Toyota Center. That is your chance to see Sam Smith, and we've got 2 tickets for you right now. If you're caller 15, we'll make it really easy on you. Call us at 713-390-KRBE, and you're going to see Sam Smith at the Toyota Center for a good time. We played Karma by Taylor Swift earlier, Everything Taylor all the time. We were talking about this last week, how when she announced her cinema tour, and that's what I'm calling it now, the cinema tour, because she's basically doing the Eras tour in the cinema for everybody who didn't have a chance to go or who want to relive it again. And now I think the ticket sales have topped $32 million.
Oh my God.
Last weekend, my daughter had a friend over. They've been stockpiling. I bought them all the beads and that. They're making their bracelets.
Yep. It's just like they're going live again.
So 4 or 5 weeks out, they're going to be having like hundreds of these beads to share with kids.
Eric, it's just the way they were getting ready when the real tour was coming here in April. They were getting their outfits ordered. They were getting their friendship bracelets done. And now Arizona State University has a class called The Psychology of Taylor Swift. And according to the class description, this course will not focus on an analysis of Taylor herself. Mm-hmm. Instead, you will learn about advanced topics in social psychology that feature in her work, her life, and her fans, including romantic relationships, fiction, escapism, revenge, and social development. Also, you could do a business class on Taylor.
That's what I was going to say.
We were talking about this at a school that did this already, right? The business of Taylor Swift, because how she basically can support an entire economy on her tour. Right? Or just what she does for the economy of every city she hits. That is a business class.
Well, think about it. Even going back to you just did a story about the movie, the cinema. A movie ticket's prices just for a single ticket is $19.89 for adults, which is the year of her birth, and $13.13 for kids. So if moms are going with their daughters, she's cleaning up, man.
Well, we're doing like whole groups, man. Not just a mamas and a daughters.
Yeah.
It's, hey, we didn't get to go enjoy the concert with you, so we're all going to go together to the concert so we can all relive that and have so much fun.
Yeah, but like every adult going in there is paying almost $20.
And then by the time it's done, I bet for Christmas you can buy it.
Stream it.
Oh,
stream it, and then you can watch it with your friends.
At home.
Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. And I feel like it's more of a... Do not think you're going to go to the Eras concert in the theater and have a seat. You know what I mean? Like, don't be the annoyed person when everyone else is standing up around you dancing and singing their lungs out.
Yeah.
It's like the person who was at the Adele concert 2 weeks ago where the security was giving him a hard time and he had his camera on him. He had a selfie stick with a camera on him because he was so over the moon about Adele's Vegas show, and Adele was so distracted while she was singing that she was like, what is going on there with that young man? What are you guys doing over there? Can y'all stop it? You guys are distracting me. You guys have been bothering him this whole time. So what had happened was the kid wanted to stand up during the Adele show. What's wrong with that? And this lady had come up behind him, one of the other concert goers, says, you need to sit down.
That sucks.
People behind you can't see. Everybody is back here. We can't see because you're standing. Well, that's my cue to also stand. Because you are at a concert. And she wasn't doing the slow ones.
Yeah, if it was a fun
she was doing the ones you kind of get up and roll in the deep with, And so the kid is like, I'm sorry, I just love her so much. And then when Adele stopped her show to be like, what are y'all doing? You guys are distracting me, and he's just trying to have a good time. Can you leave him alone? Yeah. He's like, yes, thank you. I love you so much.
Roula, I went to see El Divo with my sister-in-law. She's friends, loves that band. Or group,
Il Divo. Do you know what that is, Sam? It's a 4-pack of guys, maybe now a 3-pack because one passed away.
So it was in Vegas. They went on Friday night. We surprised them Saturday morning in Vegas. And we went gambling and stuff. And so my brother-in-law said they were going both nights. So they had 4 tickets. So I'm like, okay, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go, but I went there. And he was telling me, okay, they're going to say this line. Like, so he knew what was going to happen because they're scripted.
Oh. So it's so choreographed that they have the same
So
verbiage.
he's telling me stuff. So I was drunk. So next thing you know, I was standing up.
Oh, gosh.
I took my shirt and I ripped it open. And I'm just dancing. And I remember them just staring at me. It was like me and like 5 rows of just old ladies.
I thought you were going to say you did their line before they could do it.
I did a few of those. And
God.
I know that. And then I stood up and started doing this dance. I think I have a video of it.
Oh, my God.
And I had one of those shirts that, like, not a pearl snap or whatever, the snap.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't rip the buttons off. They just popped open.
Yeah, so I just ripped it open, started dancing.
Did you get asked to leave?
No, they let me keep going.
Wow. I would have asked you to leave.
Yeah, I'll get the video for you guys.
Hey, you just popped that into my head. I didn't even think about that.
They never kicked me out, but you're right. The Vegas crowds are weird.
Well, somebody just did text. Hold on real quick, Ryan. Somebody just did text that they said he was being a little extra. He was being a little extra.
I didn't do it the whole song. I just did like that one fast song. I didn't do the whole show.
Yeah.
You got the T-shirt and the merchandise. I had just totally forgot. So, Roula, you mentioned the Taylor Swift. Back to that again. So she's made, $32 million in ticket sales right now?
I think it's probably more now.
So
that was like on Monday.
They're going to sell merch. She's going to clean up.
Are they selling merch?
Are they going to sell merch?
Oh, they have to.
I don't know. Movie theaters don't usually sell merchandise
She's
of the
such a brilliant businesswoman.
They're selling popcorn boxes and stuff like that type of stuff.
That's the form of the merch, the cups and the boxes.
If she sold T-shirts there, she would make a killing.
Or if somebody...
all the fans already have them.
If somebody made their
They don't
own,
have the Taylor Swift cinema T-shirt.
And then stand outside.
I would do a pirate. I would go out there and...
Eric's recommending somebody bootleg.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that just washes off the logo when you do the first wash?
You got to
Not
turn it
always.
inside
Kevin
out.
still has a bootleg
Inside.
KRB shirt.
Kevin thought
From our own event.
Kevin he's like, this one's better than the one we saw. That's right. Kevin, you said that, didn't you?
Don't you remember?
Concert
The
t-shirt.
Jingle
Yeah,
Jam
when we did the
Yes.
Jingle Jam.
Oh, man, it was
Kevin bought a
fun.
bootleg on the street.
No, I didn't buy it.
Took it.
Oh, it was
No,
confiscated?
It was confiscated, and there was a trash bag full of them. Like, they were going to be thrown away. I was like, holy crap, these shirts are amazing. I took like every size and gave it out to
That
my
must have
friends
been
and
like, what,
family.
like Jingle Jam 2007 or something?
Yes, it was
Yes.
Rihanna, Chris Brown.
Oh, I remember that one.
And
That
there's
David Archuleta?
Yeah, David Archuleta was on
Wasn't
that
Jordan
shirt.
Sparks
Sean
there?
Payton or not?
Gym Class Heroes,
not Sean
right?
Payton, Sean Kingston.
Well, I
Was
still
it Gym Class Heroes too or no?
I
No doubt.
That was
still
another one.
have that
Okay.
shirt, and our promotions director at the time was so upset with me for
you can't keep
you
those.
can't be wearing that. That's not official merch. And you were like,
Yes, because I remember leaving our own event and we were in the traffic of NRG, and I'm like,
Kevin,
what's
where'd you
this
get
guy
that shirt?
doing? He was running through the cars
You're selling
with
them.
Jingle Jam shirts that he had made himself.
That's when you know
And
you
he
made
was
it.
selling them for $20 a piece.
And you still have that shirt to this day.
I do. I still fit in it.
Little
You should
snug.
wear it tomorrow just so we can see you in it. Relive those.
Chummy.
It's the Roula and Ryan show on
Crop top now.
KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
All right, it is brought to you by Duncan. Oh, God, this weekend again, all northbound and southbound lanes of 59, Southwest Freeway at 610 are going to be closed for construction starting tomorrow night at 8 p.m. all the way through Monday, 5 a.m.
Oh my God!
It
it
is
again?
going to be a traffic nightmare.
You know
Right
what?
there at 610 and 59, or they call it 69. It's going to be closing starting at 8 p.m. all the way till 5 a.m. Monday morning.
I think they're ready to put in the overpass that goes from 59 down towards
new wings?
610
Well,
south.
they're working on
towards
the new
Meyerland.
69 southbound connector ramp to 610
That's the
southbound.
missing
That is the
link.
exact words that I just said.
Yeah, that is the official statement, though. If you wanted confirmation, that is the official statement according to TxDOT.
That's a tough one. That one's been missing for over
Yeah, I noticed
16 months now.
They have it all paved up to where the blank spot is.
Yeah.
That's why.
So we're getting close, guys. They said, I think they said Christmas of this year. The whole
that'd be
that
awesome.
whole swath should be done.
I don't care as
The
much now
swath.
that I don't live over there.
I know,
not my problem anymore.
Well, I mean, I've dealt with it.
But you can see it from your high rise.
I dealt with all the
Can't
crap,
you?
and I didn't get the enjoyment out of it.
Nope, that's true.
And by the way, the TxDOT or the Texas Department of Public Safety has canceled all driver's license appointments this morning, all the way till noon. And we'll see. Yesterday they said the exact same thing, and they ended up being down the entire day. But they're trying to do this ongoing upgrade to their project. And I was reading this article in Cron.com. Women are actually closing in on men in the workplace. They said the gender pay gap is the narrowest it's ever been, and a big part of this is the rise of remote and flexible work
I
conditions.
just never understood that. Just because you have a dangus between your legs,
I don't
makes
get
you
it
get more
either.
money. It's stupid.
ridiculous.
What is that? That's
Well,
dumb.
you've never understood it, Eric, but think of how we started in the work world. It was all men all the time. So all of a sudden, a woman wants to come in
Yeah, but
here
you
and
think
have her
50
own
years-
bathroom.
Well, they're saying now because
a woman.
of people being able to work from home, it's enabled a record number of women with young children to enter or remain in the workforce. And yes, the pay gap is the narrowest it has ever been. It should be
but
equal.
it's still not the
I never
same.
understood.
I don't know why it's not.
I know Rula makes a lot less than I do.
That's really embarrassing.
It's very embarrassing. It just
Sad.
makes
Just
me
because you're a
wonder
woman,
why-
Roula.
Why I wake up in the morning, I don't understand. All right, coming up next, guys, Rule and Ryan's Roses. If you missed what happened today, it's one of those situations where there was already a hiccup and she saw past it in a big way and she was disappointed again. You'll hear it all next on the Rule and Ryan Show.